to my channel. I want to say a few things before we get started for the project. I am so very close to 1,000 subscribers, so yay! So just to get that going, I will be doing a giveaway when we get to that 1,000 subscriber, and there's a few things that I want to say for that. In order to participate in that giveaway, you have to do 3 things. You have to be a member of the Roller family. In other words, you have to be a subscriber. That's first. You also have to be here in the United States because unfortunately it is extremely expensive for us to ship outside of the United States. So I'm so very sorry for that. And then third of all, in order to participate, well, I guess I've already said that, but one of the things that is going to be part of the giveaway is you have to be able to answer one question. So the question is going to be in the video, whether it's going to be in this video, it's actually going to be in this video, but it's going to be in the upcoming videos up as well. I hope that makes sense. So I'm going to be asking the same question all the way up until I get to 1,000 subscribers. And in order for you to respond to the question, all you have to do is put the icon in the comments. So you don't have to answer with the answer. You just find the icon in somewhere on the internet and then just plug it into the comments, and that's going to be it. If you followed me in any capacity, the question should be extremely easy for you to respond to. Hope that makes sense. So go ahead and subscribe. If you have not subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you can go ahead and be able to participate in the giveaway. So I will be able to show you what the giveaway is going to be. I will plug in a picture of that inside this video, so stay tuned for that. And then you'll be able to join us. I hope I get that 1,000 subscribers very soon. I'm so looking forward to that. So go ahead, like I said, hit that subscribe button and you'll be well on your way for that. All right, now that all that spill is on and out of the way, let's get rolling on into this video. Okay, so full disclosure on this, I bought this hat press, I want to say last summer while I was in the process of redoing my craft room. I have yet to use it because what had happened was the one that I had purchased came malfunctioned, so it wasn't working, and Cricut was awesome. I called them, they sent me a new one, and then I just never bothered to use it. That's pretty much legit what happened. So I've got the beanie. I want to call it a beanie because it is really just a bean bag, and we are going to do it's a bucket hat really for my daughter. This hat came with one of my Expressions Vinyl boxes, mystery boxes, that same summer, I think last summer as well. So what we're gonna do is we're just going to plug this in here, and hopefully, I mean, she's literally outgrowing this hat. It's for my 9-year-old. I was supposed to have done this, but she loves bucket hats, and we're just going to make this happen because why not, right? Okay, so I don't know if I said it before, but she is in a crocheting phase, and we've hired this extremely talented young lady that comes in once a week for about an hour, sometimes 2 hours, and she gives her a crocheting class. All right, so we're actually doing 2 projects for my daughter in this video for crocheting purposes. All right, so we've got this right here. All right, so now this hat, this mechanism, hat press, I know there's 2 functions, so you can just turn it on, set it like the 3 squiggly lines, so on and so forth, just like your mini press, or you can do it from your phone. And this is the function that I'm going to use for today. So I'm going to do start new project, and what I'm going to do, my base material is we're going to do base material, and we're going to do everyday iron on. And then we're going to do, I'm assuming this is 100% cotton. It didn't have anything attached to it, no tags or anything, but it feels like cotton. So I'm gonna do 100% cotton. And then what I'm gonna do, it has the next button. So we're just gonna hit next, and it says quick iron on tutorial. This tutorial covers each step of the process so you know exactly what to expect. Before proceeding, watch the video. So I'm not gonna watch the video because I've seen some of it being done. So what's gonna happen, it says preheat blank for 5 seconds, press for 16 seconds, and then peel while it's cool. And then it has detailed instructions, what you need, your Cricut press, design face down, 100% cotton, Cricut hat form, which is already in there, and strong heat resistant tape. But I think all of my material is sticky. I haven't finished weeding this, so we'll weed it in just a second. And then it'll say, it says right here, send settings to hat press. So I'm just gonna hit the button and then we'll see what it does. So connecting to hat press. I think I do need to turn it on. What do you guys think? Oh, it's not powered on, so it probably does need to be powered on. Oh, that's the power on. Well, row. Ah, there we go. So now that's on. All right, so, okay, to change settings, okay. So now it's just orange, just like your mini press. So medium, so it'll be low, medium, and high heat. So it's just gonna stay orange until it's ready to press, and then it should turn green. So we're gonna set this aside until that's ready. And we're actually gonna press. So we've got one line right here, and then we've got another one right here. So we're actually gonna be pressing right here in the center. So for now, I am just going to use my lint roller. And I'm actually going to take this one off and grab a new one. All right, so now that's done. Let me make sure I got this. And then I almost cut off a piece of that T. I think I did end up cutting a piece of the tip because I cut it before I weeded the excess. And that was pure accident. Trying to figure out, now let me see if I want to do the in my error first. So let me see how I want to layer, which one I want to do first. I'm not sure. Because right off the top of my mine, I don't remember. I'm gonna pull up the design here in a minute because I don't quite remember. I think it went, I might be doing, I think I'm gonna put the crochet first, but see now it's a little tight. I think I'm gonna do crochet first and then do the arrow. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do crochet. And I'm gonna take off this tip right there, and just so that I don't have as much transfer. It's sticking on me. All right, so I think I'm gonna do it like this because there's still this piece right here, so I don't want that. So it'd be like that. Okay. So now let's do this. Let's preheat this first. Now, I do think you're supposed to continuously move this. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments if you guys have used this. I believe you're supposed to leave it. Hold on, let me get this where I want it again. Okay. For the bucket hat, it's like seriously tight. Okay. Moving it around, it's kind of weird. All right. Okay. I almost feel like, all right, I hit the play. And I am gonna move it only because I feel like I should in order to get even heat. So fingers crossed, that's how it works. Now normally you guys know that when I'm layering, I don't do full heat. I only do half of it, but I'm not even able to see the countdown because I think it would be on my phone. Oh, it is. Okay. It does say constant movement, apply light pressure. And I think it's done. So I'm just gonna stop right there. And then let's cool this off. So I was right, it is constant pressure. And then it's funny because it does say, give you the rest of the instructions. So peel cool, care, allow 24 hours after application before washing, hand wash in cold water, do not bleach, line dry, do not dry clean. So that is pretty awesome. Let's see if this, it does need a lot more pressure on that side. I'm just going to peel this off. It's not completely cool, but it's cool enough. And then let's apply this one. Now let me see. I think I did pull up the design. So here's my design. Customize. I just want to see. Replace. Okay. So the N should be right there. Okay. I don't think ultimately it would matter at this point. Let me just make sure this is straight. The N. I feel like I keep getting it crooked. Okay. Now you can ultimately do this with just your mini press. You do not have to have a hat press at all for this. I just happen to have this and I was like, well, I might as well try it out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this back on because it's got all that what is this? Vinyl, that HTV that's exposed, and I don't want to damage that. So now we're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to do that. And actually, we're going to do this one again. That side is good. So I'm going to just do up and down for this one. I need to do my phone and put it on Do Not Disturb. And I think I didn't get the bottom very well, so I'm gonna do this right here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave that there and then cool this off. I didn't do the full 30 seconds. I just want to see how well that did. Peel this one back. I feel like that has some lifting, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my Teflon sheet, and then I'm going to apply, oh, that doesn't, and then I'm gonna go this way. And that should work. I think that did it. Let's cool that off. Kind of squished up my HTV, didn't it? So don't squish it down. Definitely don't squish that down. Let me reactivate that. Okay. So don't push it onto your cold surface when you're trying to cool it off. Looks good. Let me take this off. So her hat, bucket hat, would look like this when it's done in my crochet era. The reason why it looks weird is because when it was in the box, and I've kept it like that for as long, is that the position was a little different. So once it's on her head, it'll take its shape. But that actually looks really nice. I love the blue and the red together. Oh, she's gonna love it. All right, let's put all this up, clean it up, and then we'll move on to our next project. Okay, so our next project are these can coolers, or they're called koozies. I don't even know anymore. But these also came in last summer in my mystery boxes, and I just never did them, mostly because I was working on my craft room. So let's go ahead, and I started to weed these. Let's see. So I think this goes here. This one's gonna go right here. And my plan is that I didn't want, I'm out of breath because I spilled my drink when I grabbed, my thing fell. And I had to go clean my carpet. So that's what happened. Now I feel like I'm out of breath because of that. And I'm trying to remember now what this design looks like. And I'm probably gonna have to pull it up on my phone. Give me a second. Let's see, because see, what happens is I make the design and then half the time I forget what it looks like, right? So then I have no recollection. My plan is that I wanted matte or plain vinyl, HTV, with glitter. So that should go like that. And then, right? And then this should be on top of it, if I'm not mistaken. So, right? Let's see. Should be something like that. Actually put my knit roller back. I've never done a can cooler either, so I think we are doing a lot of firsts today. So today's going to, I think today's video is primarily heat projects, except for maybe two. Okay, that looks good. So yeah, it's primarily heat projects, HTV projects, except for two. Let me turn this around. So that should be interesting. Peel this one back and see what we got. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat press the entire surface just to seal everything in. And there we have it. And here's this one. Very nice. Okay, now that has to go back up for the glitter, and then let me see. I think that's, let me move this over. Just gotta face it towards me so I can see where everything was. And I think that's it right there. Uh-oh. Might be, yep. And then what happens is I set it down, and then it readjusts itself. Okay, I think I got it right there. So I'm gonna lay this here on top of that because I have exposed HTV, and then let's press. It still hasn't reached the temperature, but I should be okay. I'm just gonna cool it off just a little bit because glitter is more of a warm peel. Uh-oh. Now be careful with those little pieces. They want to lift because that's more of a, there we go. Okay, I'm just gonna reapply a little bit more heat just to set everything back down, and there we have it. Isn't that pretty? That glitter does amazing. Now you probably don't see it as pretty on the camera. Okay, so let me show you both of them. So one says here comes the sun, and then the other one says sun, sand, and drink in hand. So let's go ahead and put these up and then get to our next project. All right, so this next project is a sublimation project, and for this you will need a sublimation printer, sublimation ink, and a sublimation, well, it doesn't have to be sublimation design, but it has to be printed on sublimation ink and sublimation paper. I'm using a sub paper. It is my favorite paper to use when I'm doing sublimation, and I got this off of Creative Fabrica, and as long as it's a PNG, you can pretty much do sublimation. Again, you have to print it off of a sublimation printer or a printer that you've converted to do with sublimation ink to do sublimation prints. All right, so this one also says in my crochet era, and what it is that this is a Cricut tote bag, and what this bag is going to be for her to put all her crochet stuff in, because let me tell you, it is literally all over my dining room area. And as crafters, you guys will understand that when you don't have nowhere else to put your stuff, she is taking over my dining room. And I'm like, put your stuff in your room, but when she has her class, it's in the dining room. So I just needed her to get her life together. So I found this in my stash, and this is what we're doing. So I'm going to prep my surface for the bag, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it on my big heat press, because for me at least, I find that my sublimation comes out better when I'm using my big heat press. Of course, if you don't have that big heat press and you only have your Cricut heat press, that is perfectly fine. Just keep in mind that you will need a lot of pressure. And while I'm saying that, let me go ahead and turn my press on, because I haven't done that. Okay, now while that heats up, I have mine set at 385, and I'm gonna do 40 seconds. That is the time and temp that I find works best for me. You of course can do whatever makes your heart happy and content, and like I said before, goes bidi bidi bam bam. I just don't want my stuff to burn, and that, like I said, it works best for me. Now the other thing that I'm going to show you guys is you can put your material down with heat transfer tape, or the other thing that I've used before is spray adhesive. It is also very good for sublimation as well. You just spray it onto your paper, and then you put it on your material, and it keeps it in place, so on and so forth. When I use this, I just spray it outside, because when it gets on my glass mat, it is the most frustrating thing to get off. So you can use either or. It is not very expensive at all. I think I got this for $7 at a local store that I have nearby. Again, it is very cheap to purchase, but it works very well. It does not affect the end result of your product at all. Okay, with that being said, the other thing that I will be doing for my project is I will be adding a pillow inside my bag, because of the fact that my bag is a little bit smaller, I think, than my heat plank, so I need to lift it up for it to press better. So it will go in my bag like so that I will get a better press. If you don't have a pillow, just find something else that you can use, like a towel. That will work just as well. It's only because I don't want the press to not have where it's not going to be able to press, because these might get in the way and things like that, and I'll just adjust my pressure of my heat planks as well. So that is what I'm going to use, because these are going to get in the way, and I don't want that to happen. Again, that is what I'm going to do. So if you find that something else works best for you, of course, I need you to always do what works best for your projects. I am only here for inspiration alone. Let me make sure. Okay, it needs to go this way. Now these I got from Amazon as well, and I think I got them in a set of 3 or 4, and they come in different sizes. Okay, and I will be heat pressing this to get all the moisture and stuff out of there. And I gotta make sure that this is where I want it to go. And I'm going to go ahead and go outside and spray my sheet of paper so that I can just put it down, just to show you guys how to use it in case you've never seen it being used before. So I will be right back. All right, so I've got everything pressed down. Well, not pressed down, but my heat press is almost to its desired temperature. I've got the pillow in place. I think it's where I want it. Let me see, because I think I've got it. You guys know that me and placements are not the bestest of friends, if y'all get my gist. Okay, that looks about where I want it to be. Let's put this up. All right, so like I said, I took this outside, and I sprayed it down with my mist spray. It's a spray adhesive, and then it does say it's ideal for screen prints and excellent palette adhesive, fast tack, quick adhesion, and it is repositional. So once I put it down, I can lift it up. So let me show you guys. So if I put it down right there and I decide, no, it doesn't look straight to me, which almost nothing ever does, you can just pick it back up and put it back down. So it's not the first time I've used it. So if you don't want to keep using heat tape and you want to try something else, this is another option. Like I said, okay, so another advice that I would like to give you guys, if you want to use, if you have a heat plate that a clamshell heat press, I would recommend, if you want to use the pillow or anything like that, is to adjust your pressure on your heat plate before turning it on, because that will help in the long run. So do all the adjustments before you actually turn it on. Now, mine is just about at temperature. Again, like I said, I have it at 385 for 40 seconds. This is what I've always used, and it usually works best for me. I don't do the 60 seconds. I found that for me, at least, it's too long. It'll burn my materials. But if you guys use 60 seconds and it works for you, keep doing what you do, because again, I'm only here for inspiration. Don't change the things that you do. All right, now mine is done. I'm going to go ahead and press this, and then I'll see you back on my craft table. Okay, so we are back. I am going to let this completely cool down, because we don't want to lift it while it is still basically cooking. So sublimation is an ink or a gas, and while it's still hot, it is still basically in its gas state. So we want it to cool so that it goes back to its solid state before we move it, so that it doesn't ghost on us. So let's let it cool, and then we'll remove it. So I don't know if you guys can tell if the camera is showing it. It looks like it is, where you can see all the colors. So that is good, because as long as we can see the color coming through the paper, that means that it did a really good job sublimating. So fingers crossed that I didn't mess this up, because my 9-year-old, whoo, she is a force to be reckoned with. Not really, but man, let us see. And I think it's pretty much, it's cool to the touch. So let's remove my pillow. That's all it looks like. I don't know if you guys seen them, but that's what it looks like. All right, let's see what magic we've done. Oh my gosh, I love sublimation. Whew. Now it doesn't look like all the color. What is this? What is this? It doesn't look like all the color came off, but I love it. And don't worry about the spray thing. It doesn't make this sticky. Doesn't make that tacky. The paper will still be tacky, but the only thing is, I probably didn't have enough pressure on the plank. I probably left not enough. Well, yeah, the same thing. I didn't have enough pressure on there, so there's still color that could have went on here. And the other thing that I did was, normally I don't cut, and okay, so I have not crafted in several weeks because I've been out of town. I always rip my edges, so that I printed this off yesterday and I completely forgot to do this. But because when you rip your edges, it doesn't give you this straight edge line around your image. So that's another tip that I should have remembered, that I always do. So now I've got this straight edge on here, so, but it's gonna be okay. She won't even notice the difference. But when you do your designs, leave some, because I cut mine using my of course printing cut, but I usually feather out my design and then I lay it down, and I failed to do that this time around, so now I've got this square edge. And when I did no, that was infusible ink, but yes, so I didn't use enough pressure, but that is okay because the bulk of the color did come off. And because this is retro design. I think it looks absolutely fabulous. She's gonna love it, and she's gonna love her matching hat that goes with it. So I love the little crochet stuff. I don't know where this came from though. That's the weirdest thing, but okay, I think it looks absolutely fantastic. Now, some people do try to reheat this. I would not, because reactivating the gas can cause issues, so don't try to do that. Just leave it as it is, and then we'll be good. Okay, now let's go ahead and put this aside, and I've turned off my heat press, and let's try another project. All right, so let's do a key fob. No, it's not a key fob, a motel keychain. So let me grab my alcohol to clean this off. Now, I was supposed to have been doing 2 of these, but my dad went on a trip with my sister, so I had to do hers before I left, so that, let me see, before I left so that he could take hers. And I'll have to try to remember to put a picture of hers on there. And hers was in purple, and I think it says something about being energy. Oh, it said I'm not lazy, I'm just energy efficient. So I thought it came out absolutely beautiful, because hers, she loves purple, so I had to do hers in purple. And so mine, of course, is in red, because that's my favorite color. And so wipe it off, get it all the dirt, grime, and all that stuff off of it. And before I do that, let's get this excess off. And these I got from, I think also from Creative Fabrica. Now, if you don't have a membership to Creative Fabrica, they have amazing designs and fonts. I also have a membership to, I don't know why I'm using, oh, because it's pretty small, design bundles as well. I feel like this is really rough on my stuff, but Creative Fabrica is amazing. So this is specifically for these motel keychains. So now I pre-weeded this because I have been debating about weeding on camera versus weeding off camera. I feel like sometimes it makes my videos longer, and so, but I actually don't know if most people even like watching us weed on camera or not. And I find that I prefer weeding off camera. It's not as tedious, but I'm trying to weed sometimes on, and then like pre-weed some of the stuff. I am going to seal this, but I'm probably just going to seal it off camera. Now, I'm going to show you the 2 ways that you can seal this. I lie, I have 3 ways. So you can use Mod Podge, you can use Maker's Magic. Now, I will use a disclaimer, Maker's Magic, if you don't have it, don't go buy it. It's not something that I would recommend. It's extremely expensive. It does give a good sealer, but not only is it expensive, it is it smells like ammonia. So I wouldn't go out rushing out of your way to buy it. That is just my opinion, my 2 cents, my 5 pennies. So that is how that works. But I mean, anyway, Mod Podge, your old school regular Mod Podge works great. And then if you have something like Big Top from DIY Paints, this will be just as good as well. I'm gonna try this one. I've sealed other projects with this, but I'm gonna try it for today's video just so you guys can see how this works, because everybody knows how Mod Podge works, and I've done Maker's Magic on another project. And actually, let me pull out another project so you guys can see, and then we'll do this, and then I'll show you that after the video's over. Okay, this is what Maker's Magic looks like. I didn't do an excellent job, but you guys get the picture, right? You get it, what I mean? Compared to Mod Podge, it leaves a lot less streaks, and it's better. it's a little bit better. I'm just saying that it's extremely expensive, and if you're sensitive to smell, this would not be your best buddy in it. And at $50, most of us craft on a budget, and we craft for just crafting purposes as a hobby. This is not hobbyist money stuff. So there, that's that. So let me seal this, and then I'll show you what it looks like once we're done. Okay, we are down to our very last project. Now this piece I got from Joann's during Valentine's Day. It had the XOs that I had used for Valentine's Day project, of course. And I just painted it with 2 layers of Kilch chalk paint. It's not my favorite chalk paint. It's kind of more watery than if you use something like Waverly or DIY Paint or Dixie Belle. So, but I need to use it up. And then this I got from Hobby Lobby eons ago. I just knew that I just really liked it, and it has my favorite colors on there. So basically this just says toss your hair in a bun, drink some coffee, and get it done. These are my favorite colors, except for the black and the pink. Yeah, I know I don't do black very often, but I didn't really want to paint it, so we're just gonna put this up here. I was gonna leave the original blank this color, but my son was like, no, you gotta paint it, so I'm gonna paint it. Now come to think about it, do I really want to leave this like that? I actually like that idea. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab another one of these towering blocks and put it back there. And since I've already painted everything, I'm just gonna use this Dixie Belle White Magic Gel Stain. It's water-based, and I'm just gonna use a paper towel just to give it a little bit of color, and so that it's not as noticeable if I left it this stain, if I left it the coffee stain color. I just want to do 3 sides. Alright, so we're just gonna do that. You know what I need to buy? One of those key things. I keep saying that I need to buy that, and then every time I go on Amazon, I never do. And I don't think they're that expensive. And the thing is that I don't use this thing very often. All right, so the question for the giveaway is going to be, what is my least favorite crafting tool that I have, that I'm always saying is my least favorite item? If you know, you know. Now see, this thing is already giving me a problem, so I'm going to use this thing right here to try to get it out of here. All right, so again, what is my least favorite crafting tool that I have, that I'm always saying that I don't like? That is the question for the giveaway. Again, the giveaway announcement will be once I hit my 1,000 subscribers. Yay! So I'm so very close. So once I do that, but I will be adding a picture of what the giveaway will be entailing, and we'll go from there. See, it doesn't want to work. Well, let's grab another adhesive. I wonder why it doesn't want to work. I was just getting it to work the other day. Now it's bugging me. All right, let's grab another glue. Okay guys, so I found E6000 that's supposed to be low odor. So let's see how this works. Actually, I'm gonna smell it. It actually has no odor. I'm surprised, because y'all know I say E6000 is very strong odored. And I think that's why I wanted to try it. Crystal clear, low odor So if you guys have tried this one, let me know. All right, put this on here like so. Ooh, might have went a little overboard on that one. I'm gonna clamp this down so that I can give good adhesion. All right, I think everything is ready. I went ahead and glued the tumbling block on there, and I grabbed my glue gun so that I can do a quick adhesion for this part so that we can be done quickly. And I think this is going to work. It might not stand the way I thought it was, but I'll probably just fix that off camera. Grab this one. And we are going to do this right here. Do that right there. And this one really doesn't have no odor. And then we're gonna just, and you don't want to combine the hot glue with the other glue because it's gonna cancel each other out. And I'm just gonna lay that there. And I'm just doing this so that this will, the hot glue will just give me the quick glue on process while the E6000 will just give me the solid adhesion. There we go. So it looks like that for now in the back, but it'll stand like that. I'll probably have it propped up somewhere with something in the front like that. Somehow, yeah, I get the gist. But let me let this dry some more and then I'll take a picture. My goodness, but this is what it looks like. All right, let's clear everything up and then bring all the projects back, and then make sure that you guys let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. And again, the question for the giveaway is, which of my craft tools is my least favorite? And remember, all you have to do is grab the icon of that tool and put it in the comment, and you will know if you win. I will announce that once I hit my 1,000 subscriber. All right, guys, let's grab everything. Okay, so this is all our projects. Just a disclaimer, if you hear noises in the background, everybody's back from their excursions for the day, so I can't apologize because it's a busy household and it is summertime. So back to the video. It was a pretty laid back video. I tried to be very chill and all that good stuff. Now, I did realize that I introduced you guys to two different products, which was the spray adhesive that I use to make this tote bag, as well as the big top that I used to seal my motel keychain. Look how nice it actually came out. It did do a very good job sealing it. Now, I know I'm a very, very good influencer slash, what's the other word that I'm looking for? Motivational shopper slash assistant. Yeah, all those good things. But what I do want to tell you guys, don't go out shopping and buying the things that I have, because I am a enabler. But if you do go buy any of the things that I show on my channel, and you need to hide them for your husband because you tell the hubby or your significant other that Ro made me do it instead of TikTok made me buy it, hit me up on IG, because just to give me the heads up, because I'll have your back. I want you to know that I will have your back, because you know, we are going to be shopping buddies, besties, and all the good stuff. And I want to have your back so that I at least know, hey, I was with you shopping, and I can just be your cover story, just so you guys know. But back to it. If I'm gonna be your enabler, that's the code word. Okay, back to the process. So here's the two. It's koozies, right? Koozies, coolers. I don't know, whatever we want to call them. So what's the difference between the two words? Is it based on location? What is it? Is it North, Midwest? Why is sometimes it's called a koozie, sometimes it's called a can cooler? I need to know, because like I've said, I think I've said this before, I didn't grow up in the mainland USA, so I need to know why is it different names in different places. Okay, here's the two. I think they came out pretty cool. Yeah, anyway, so I just showed you this. It looks really nice. So you can still feel the vinyl, but it's sealed in, so you can always do the back as well, but I tend to usually just do one side. So yep, anti-social moms club. So then her little hat in my crochet era. So if I would just give her this right after we're done with the video, and then her bag to pray for me that this helps organize her stuff. Again, I should have done the feathering, but I didn't. But I think the bag came out really nice. Now with this little sign, I did paint the back, and like I said before, I used the Kilts chalk paint. It's not my favorite paint. You see how the back looks all janky and stuff, but because I redid the back, but it doesn't give you full coverage as if you had used like Dixie Belle chalk paint or DIY chalk paint, or even Waverly would have given me better coverage. But my sign is there. Put your hair in a bun, get your coffee, or if you don't want to drink coffee because it's later at night, get you some glass of wine and just get the work done. So this is probably gonna sit at my desk, propped up on one of my items, and so it's not perfectly level. Like I wanted it tilted down, tilted sideways like this, but it's okay. I love it. It came out, and I finally did it. See, now it's slanted because when I put the books on top to glue it, the books moved the glue. So yeah, but we're good. So this is all the projects we did in today's video. Again, remember, if you want to participate in the giveaway, the rules are you have to be a subscriber, US only, and the question is, what is my least favorite item in my craft room that I like, that I dislike to use? And if you've been with me for any length of time, you will know the answer, and just use an icon to respond to the question. All right, rollers, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you guys in the next one.